Well, electricity's out because of this storm. One emergency light seems to be a bit on the finicky side. Other one works good. Well, electricity's out here at Schloss Randack, and the emergency system is working as normal. And outside there's a great deal of wind and rain, and this is not the worst of it. So electricity is going to be out for a couple hours or whatever. What fun. And there's a pure sine inverter working. This one had a bit of a glitch earlier where the display was just reading all 8s with all periods lit up, but just shut it off, and that fixed it. That must have been from a very close strike we had. There's a loud snap coming from over here, but the surge suppressors and all the disconnect boxes were in good condition. Of course, knock on wood, both charge controllers still work, which would be good as these are pretty expensive. And that light, which I don't have running because the inverter that it's normally fed by is off. And those little 8-light thingies suffice for now. And the storm seems to have mostly blown over by now. Much fun. And I got one of my emergency lights that I got at PT Surplus charging. This one I got for free because the battery in it, which is a 6-volt 4 amp lead acid battery, was dead, so I got a bunch of old nickel cadmium, or reasonably old for what they are. They're from 2008 batteries for drills that were one of those really obscure one type, or they only fit one particular tool type batteries, and the place that was selling them couldn't use them, so I got them all for free. So I just took a bunch of the cells out of them, made a battery for this, and it works. And that I've got charging on the one of the inverter circuits there, that light, which probably recognized from my Earth Hour video. And it's running off some LED Christmas lights. And I got this light running. This is just a little 4-watt incandescent outlet lamp. This is either 4-watt or 7-watt, don't really remember. This is one of the inverter fed lights. There's just a little blackout update. Got the transfer switch running. First time I've ever actually had this thing in action. I also added a little 5 ampere fuse. Got things running on this 410 watt inverter, which should disconnect. Auxiliary charger, because I have one of my little 12 volt auxiliary chargers just to top off the battery a bit, although there was some sun earlier today, so I did top off the battery bank before the storm. Battery bank's at 12.5 volts. 1.2 amperes is just from a little 12 volt 15 watt lamp right over there. There's the inverter and the 12.5 watt LED lamp, which has fairly interesting has a fairly interesting effect on the load meter on this inverter, because if I shut it off, see, reports the thing is using almost 30 watts, but that just has to do with the apparent that just has to do with the apparent power of the device of the lamp on square wave electricity. So I've tested it on both the pure sine inverter and conventional mains electricity, and it does use about what it's rated on the lamp, about 12 watts and 19 volt amperes. So, one of the big advantages of off-grid solar, because with this grid tie, it wouldn't work. And